All right, welcome to Gauntlet Hangouts. Today we're playing Eotenweard. It's not played by the apocalypse, powered by the apocalypse. Interactive storytelling, tabletop role-playing game. Dark Ages in England with supernatural stuff. Blake, I'll be your MC. I have 4 lovely players. And I'll just say X cards on the table, of course. If anyone feels uncomfortable, let us know. But otherwise, we shall keep rolling. 4 players want to introduce their characters, starting with Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul, he, him, and I'm playing Bull, he, him, the simple commoner. Bull is not much of a thinking man, but he is always accompanied by his loyal friend, Donkey, a mule. That's Bull.
Hi, my name is Will, pronouns he, him, and I'm playing Blackwin, the Hammer of the Gods, and he is, basically gruff, one-note vengeance, and spits on the gods, and anything that stands between him and his prey.
Hi, my name is Sabine. I use any pronouns. I'm playing Eamon, son of Uther, and he has a lot of titles. He's a monster hunter. I've played him for a while, and he's hunted some monsters. He's basically not a great talker usually, but you have to toot your own horn sometimes, right?
Not any longer. My name is Alan, and I he, him, and today I'm playing Ventusius, the storyteller, also he, him, the storyteller playbook. And I have already written a ballad of Eamon's exploits, and while Eamon has killed many monsters, people think he's killed many more as a result of my ballad.
Fantastic. Alrighty. So, last time the heroes just discovered there's some strange things happening in the woods after delivering a message for the effervescent King Bedo of Lindsay, delivering a message to the bandits, and then they sort of came halfway back, and they still found there's strange stuff. So whether it's supernatural, fae, satanic, whatever, they don't know. But they're just checking out the area. What I'm going to say is this is a month, I think, after Eamon's wedding. Or was it engagement? It was a wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a wedding. There was no engagement. We just, I just killed the demon, and then we got married. So
best engagement present ever. Okay.
He was her betrothed. So yeah.
Does it all really? Okay. So we can say Eamon is refilling his water skins or watering his horse or both down by the river when the party stumble across him. So like he was out on patrol for several days or whatever. And then that's when the party stumble across him. Where are my notes? Okay. Okay. Bull. Yeah, well, all 3 of you know Eamon. So the 3 of you see it looks like Eamon.
Blackwin clutches his axe and says, "There's a suspicious-looking bloke up ahead."
And I think as soon as Ventusius sees Eamon, he will drop to a knee and say, "My Lord King."
What? Eamon drops whatever he's holding and picks up and then he sees Bull. He knows Bull. He thinks he knows Ventusius. Hey, Bull. Hi, Ventusius, right? Hi, person yes. I don't know.
Word has spread of your marriage to the Queen.
Yay. Yeah.
They're not king and queen, are they?
That doesn't make Eamon a king, you idiot. Ventusius, the current king's still alive. You can never have more than one king.
What queen, anyway?
You haven't travelled far, have you, Bull?
No, just in this valley. Is there anything behind it?
More
That
kings,
looks really flat.
more kings than you can count, my friend.
God, who'd have thought it? God, my words
Now-
been shattered.
Now, I should point out you're about 50 feet apart at this point. Are you going to sort of go up and greet each other, or just sort of yell?
Yeah,
or...
yeah. No, I'll just stop, finish whatever I was doing. I don't think I have a horse really, because it would have been what was her name? Manusha's horse at that point.
Minutia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could
maybe
have
I
borrowed a pony or something.
Oh, I can carry my own stuff. I don't know.
All right, so you were just filling up your water skins. Okay, it's overcast and cool because it's autumn. And I just rack my brain and say, that's October for you guys. Yep. Okay.
October can be pretty cold. And I say, hey, I don't know who you are, but please don't hit me with your axe.
If the donkey likes you, then you're fine with me.
The donkey likes me.
Well, good. He's a better judge of character than this one.
Oi, donkey, be a good judge of character. No
Yes.
finer mule, donkey.
He did try and warn you about that skin changer I just killed, didn't he? So
He did kill a skin changer.
Oh,
A mighty blow that was.
Okay. As Bull and Ventusius get a bit closer to Eamon, some figures come over the riverbank.
Hold! Who goes there?
They're kind of human shape, but slightly sort of khaki green. They're not saying anything. They're just moving towards Eamon and Bull at this point. There is 2 of them.
What dark denizens from the depths of the woods be these?
They look weird.
Okay, so yeah, one of them's headed towards Bull, one of them's headed towards Eamon.
Are
You notice
Are they rushing us, or are they just walking
they
up?
just seem to be
us?
moving quickly without making a lot of noise. You can tell they've got like 4 kind of wavy tentacle-like arms.
Oh, I draw my axe.
yeah,
But the thing,
Blackwind stands in between Bull and the mule and the
Mhm.
the weird tentacle people.
got to protect Donkey. That's it. As they get closer to Bull and Eamon, their faces change, and it looks like Bull and Eamon.
It's skinwalkers again. It's the return of the evil.
All right.
I'd like
yes.
to look about me, please.
No, you can't. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to avoid using my I know a tale. So hang on. Look about you is roll plus sense.
Yep.
Okay, which is what I do. Okay. Oh, that's 6.
Sweet. Oh, Ventusius is Christian, isn't he?
He is.
Yes.
Excellent. So both of the creatures, they were sort of leaning forward. They're about to leap towards Bull and Eamon, and then they sort of, it's as if they couldn't look around or sniff the air or something, and then start headed towards Ventusius.
I will stand in front of Ventusius, of course. I mean,
Right.
he didn't.
Okay,
see
well,
the
their
arms.
tentacles are coming towards Ventusius. Is anyone going to
Yeah, I want to
try
defend
and
him.
put him down or cut them or what?
I will defend Ventusius, I guess, because come on, he's a bit helpless, and I will, of course, then engage in a fight with this tentacle guy, because why not?
Protect someone, that would be Eamon.
Yeah, protect someone is fine. Roll plus savage, right?
Yep.
Okay, what's my savage? I don't remember what. Yeah, my savage is 1, I guess. And I have dice. I have dice. Nice. Oh, I've rolled a 5. I've got a 6. Yay. There was some way I could use my. No, there's not. Right? I could use my fate here somehow.
Okay.
Not
No.
anymore.
Not
What?
anymore. You
Not
can
anymore.
you can owe your god a debt. Fate is gone. You just owe God a debt.
Okay,
No.
can I do that?
Yes, if you check out the Gods, Debts, and Temptations tab, so choose invoke your virtue in order.
Yes.
So your virtue is
Justice.
I mean, it's not just that this thing goes after an unarmed man. That's not right. So okay, I will. Yeah, cool. I will then owe my god a debt of honor and get it up to 7. That seems fair.
Reference my always reliable ability. Now I could use that to push it up to 10. No, sorry, push. Alan, does it push their roll to 10, or does it push?
If you help me, you will push my roll to 10.
yeah. So
It
means
doesn't have
that
+1 anymore.
no.
No.
But you have to owe your gods now.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I will leap in with Airman and savagely attempt to strike sort of combination with Airman, wooing him along to do greater damage by parrying a few blows of the evil tentacle arm. So I will owe my god 10+.
Oh,
pushing
cool.
Airman's roll to 10+.
Okay, so I will say how much harm is deflected from them to me, and on a 10+, I will also inflict 1 harm to the threat. Nice, thank you.
Because
Okay.
yes, my virtue is justice. So clearly, again, it is unjust that the weakly Ventusius is attacked by these evil heathen creatures.
Ventusius runs back 30 yards.
Okay. Now,
So how much damage do I take?
it would be 2 minus whatever armor you got.
Oh, I've got no armor. I had a move that would give me +1, but now I have to owe my god a debt, and I will do that because I don't like taking harm too much. And I will take +1, so I'll get 1 harm, which is fine.
Okay. So, because Blackman was protecting them as well. So, one of them goes to get Ventusius. Eamon and Bull step in the way. The other one grabs Ventusius by the legs and is dragging him towards the riverbank.
Wasn't the other one attacking Blackman?
No, they both turn to Ventusius.
Oh, okay.
But Blackman has a chance to interfere because he was trying to protect people as well. Do you want to attack the creature or just cut the things, or what are you going to do?
I mean, you can't drag him into the lake if it's not got any hands or heads, right? So, I will. What's it called? I will.
So you're just fighting?
Yeah, I'm just fighting, I think.
Okay.
To be honest, Blackwind would have totally gone for these creatures immediately.
Yeah. You might be a bit freaked out because at this point it's got Ventusius's face, and it's just sort of the body and the upper arm seem to move like him as well. So maybe it's just freaking you out a bit.
I think maybe he's just taking the chance to kill something with Ventusius's face without offending anyone.
Ventusius is screaming, "Save the drum! Save the drum!"
Blake, I actually inflict 2 harm because I've got a move. So, just
Yep.
know.
All right, so you cut off 2 of the tentacles.
I rolled an 11.
Nice work. Yeah. It's got 4 tentacles dragging him by the feet towards the riverbank.
Yep, and I will. I'll take the option to force my foe where I want them, which is, away from the riverbank, effectively. So I think Blackwind, leaps in front of the 2 Ventusiuses and swings for the one that still has tentacles. That is still the wrong color. that isn't screaming about his bloody drum.
Yeah, they smell a bit like seaweed.
Yeah. And I deal 2 harm, I believe, with that, with my axe.
Yep.
And I will
So-
take 1 harm in return because I have armor.
So yeah, 2 of the tentacles are gone. They've still got 2 left, but they weren't actually gripping onto Ventuzzi at the time, so he's got a chance to scramble away. Bull. So they've got 1 that you're in melee combat with, basically, with Eamon.
Yes.
It looks like you at this point.
Oh, give me the power of donkey. Yeah, I will stab it with my small knife because that is
Right.
all I'm armed with. Okay, so that's roll plus savage. So here we go. That's +1.
There was something.
And I rolled 8, giving me 9 in total.
Okay, so exchange harm or choose your relevant effect.
So let's have a look at the moves. Fight. Did we come up with a solution to the spot a weak point?
Well, not really. I mean, yes, I have, but not in here. There are now
Okay.
2 bullets. One says spot a weak point and inflict 1 extra harm. And the other one says spot a weak point, even if you chose not to exchange harm.
Okay.
So you can avoid the harm and do 1 on them, is the implication.
Yes, that's what I would like to do. Do 1 harm and avoid harm from them.
Okay, so it starts backing off. It's missing 3 of its arm tentacle things and sort of shuffling back towards the river.
Quick aim.
No, it's not
slay
going
it.
back to the river. I will go and hit it. Or try to, at least. I mean, I don't know what these things are. They're not good news. I'll
Yep.
just
So
try.
yeah, it's as it's backing off, it's going to try and whip its last tentacle and drag you towards the river as well. So
Yeah, try. Let's see what I should have chosen my own dice, but well. So I've got a 7. That's an 8. That's fine. It's a fight, right? I exchange harm or choose no. Exchange harm seems fine.
all right.
I'll take another harm, and this thing takes another 2. No, 3. Sorry, 3.
Yeah. All right. So you cut it in half. However, what here is not what it should be. Aside from the fact that supernatural creatures just came out of the river, is it, what else is odd here, or is it nothing?
I think what was odd is that they went for Ventusius instead of the guys with the axes. That's or donkey. I mean, that's clearly the most valuable member of the party. So that's weird. What did they want with Ventusius anyway? He's not the only Christian in the party.
Don't know. The other one, it seems a bit confused by what Blackwind's done, and now it's headed towards Bull.
You don't learn, do you?
It doesn't even respond to you. So Blackwind, why are they leaving you alone?
I've heard of this thing. They're like Christian blood, just like those trolls I put to pieces. Which, by the way, if people haven't seen Troll Hunter, that is a great movie, like wonderful movie. When the question comes up, I'm Muslim. Does that count? And he looks at him and goes, "Good question."
Dear. Okay. So, are you going to do anything, Blackwind, or?
I would like to. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I was just gonna kill it. I mean, like, I was thinking about considering Look About You, but I think Blackwind's, again, when you're a hammer, everything is a nail, right? So.
No, I mean, last episode you were a bit more thoughtful, but
Yeah, until something supernatural and monstrous appeared. that I should kill. That is a 12. So I'm glad that we've
All right,
unlocked
so-
the 12 plus moves.
Tell me how you kill it.
I mean, I think it's just like straight to the chest, you know, and then like it falls over, and then its foot on the neck, ripping the axe out, and then slamming it back down again. Finally, like cutting that head off. That perhaps has started to look a little bit like Bull now, rather than
Yeah,
two
a little bit.
Yeah. Is the other one dead as well now?
Yes, and Eamon cut it in half.
Yeah.
And I think there's a slow-mo of Blackwind turning around, and Donkey nods at him as if to say, "Good job, lad."
Are they turning back into these weird creatures, or do they still look like
they're kind of falling to pieces. It just looks like kelp or seaweed or something.
Okay, well, yeah, nice meeting you. Oh,
Evil Christian killers of doom. What the hell were they?
There's the episode title right there.
Now, Bull, I prefer not to think of this tale, but if I trawl my memories for a story relevant to some horror in the scene, I will roll plus soul to see if I can tell you anything about them.
It reminds me of that time when I faced...
That's a 12. So, no, sorry, it's an 11. On 10 plus hold 2. What do I remember about creatures like this?
Generally, they leave people alone. They do their own thing out in deep rivers or in the ocean, but they can be summoned and forced to do their their master's bidding via magic.
Right. And my second question. Now, you may consider you've already answered this, but I will ask it anyway. What might be behind such a thing?
Well, when you look through the notes you got from Varia, the skin changer from last episode, there were notes about the summoning these creatures.
Oh,
because it was like a Celtic ritual that had been modified and then modified again. And yeah, the modifications were like, this is how we get them to just kill our enemies and stuff. So you actually have a copy of that ritual. And you're smart enough to know it's a man's handwriting. So it probably wasn't Varia's.
Well, explain to Eamon where these notes came from. We found them in the possession of a skin changer who was able to cast certain rituals by using these notes.
they can read now. Great.
I can read.
So what does it say?
Well, it just seems to me that what we have here is someone spreading the power to cast spells through the written word, which is positively biblical.
That doesn't seem right.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
How do you even cast spells through the written word? Shouldn't you? I don't know.
Everyone knows that spells are cast through the spoken, and I have to say, sung word.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works, right? But well, I mean,
prayer works.
Of course, maybe writing could be magic. I guess I don't know anything about
Blackwind
that.
Bull, are you doing anything? Or
I'm having a long think because this is clearly very, very strange. I'll be looking at Donkey for some guidance here.
If you can lie in a song, you can lie in a book. So why not spells as well?
Fair enough.
That's quite profound from Blackwind.
Pardon?
That's quite profound.
Blackwind's full of them. he's just a man of very, very narrow focus.
So do we have any idea where these things come from? Should we go and maybe find the person or persons who are distributing these and I don't know, explain to them why that's a bad idea? Forcefully.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could look around the area. What's his face? Bull could do touch by God.
Yeah, is there? Hopefully, there's something left on the bodies of mixed in with the seaweed, because we definitely don't want anybody summon a cacophony of killer Celtic creatures that will continue to attack us.
I mean, I've got a fork, and I could look around me with Caradwin's help. So
yeah, well, you do that while I'm going to sift through the remains of this seaweed. Yeah,
let's you use your bolt. You use donkey, and I use Caradwin. That's fair. God, this hawk. She vanished for a while to fairy, but now she's back. But I'm not talking about that much.
All right. Who's rolling for what?
Well, we'll let Eamon go first.
Okay, I will roll with sense, is it?
To look about you, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wow, I've got a 12. I'm very good at looking about me.
I see they fixed roll for your party then.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, it took a bit, and then it changed from a 7 to a 10, the roll. So, I mean, I've had not that bad experiences with the delay. So, yeah. Look about me. I hold 2. And I can now ask about, yeah, I would like to ask about if there's anybody out there who seems suspicious, I guess. People around us that my fork.
Oh, you mean like immediately around you, or?
No, somebody in the closer vicinity that my falcon might spot that might be relevant to the situation, or yeah, more of these culty people.
I keep forgetting your falcon. Okay, it's kind of looking at you and then looking down at these rocks on the riverbank. And when you have a squiz, there's some pentagrams been made by positioning of little stones with blood all over them.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's kind of yeah, that's good. So I've got another hold. Ask. Yeah, well, I will ask this. What have I seen something like that ever before? Or I mean, I could choose to add a detail to the scene. I mean, I could just say that I've seen something like this before with a weird cult worshipping Satan or something, or thought they did. That's okay with you, like?
Yes, it definitely looks satanic. So yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I will then call out and say, "Hey, this is a pentagram. There is blood here. This I saw something like this a way back, and with some odd people who thought they were worshiping Satan, or they were calling on Satan. They didn't really, but well, I stopped them nonetheless. So
What, Satan?
Because they were sacrificing people.
What's Satan?
That's kind of the bad guy. I mean, you have God, and then there's Satan, and God's good and Satan's bad. He's the one who has all the demons under him. I'm not a priest. I don't know.
I see why this is popular with the children and the simpletons. Aye.
It makes it nice and easy. I just have to remember one guard and then one bloke below. So we've got somebody summon demonic demons from the deep.
Yeah, apparently. I don't. Could also be a demonic curse or something. What they're summoning. I mean.
All right. Bull, just down the riverbank, you notice there's a body that is just laying there.
Okay, so using my my ability, I'm going to look at it, turn it over, see if there's anything on it. Is there anything that would give me a clue or some sort of item to who's causing this or where it's coming from? So yes, my playbook move. Look at this.
Well, I'll describe what you see. The corpse's eyes are entirely black. When you look at them, there's actually strange silvery letters that are written across in white ink. Appears to be Latin. you can't read it, but you know it's Latin. And it was a 20-year-old male farmer.
I'll quickly call over the others. Yeah.
It looked like he was running away from the river towards the village that's about 2 hours away. But obviously he didn't make it.
The wording on that move has changed, Paul, so you might want to just read it through to us.
Yeah, so it will allow me to find something, an important clue or item, but then I owe the gods a debt to agree with the GM what it is and what you think it means. So yeah,
And the you in that is you, Paul.
Okay, so I owe the gods a debt. But I need to agree with the GM what it is. So what does, because clearly I'm a Christian, so there is only one God, what does God reveal to me, but what does God want me to do? What do I owe God for this?
Yeah, this is literally the work of the devil. This stuff needs to be stopped.
Okay.
So fleeing and screaming and running for the hills is not on.
Yep. So God wants me to
see that justice is done in this case, and this is stopped.
This is probably a good time to remind you that all debts top out at 3.
Yes, I'm already at 2 now. Okay, well, I think we definitely need to get rid of this demonic threat to this area. I mean, look at this poor folk here. You know, he was just running for his life. He didn't deserve to get cut down like that. You know, any man that runs away should get away free. It's unjust.
Well, yeah, Enthusiast, there are letters on him. What do they mean? You can read, you said.
Could
yes.
be an evil spell. Make sure you read it backwards. It becomes a good spell.
How do you read something backwards? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I can't read. If it's, if it's evil in one direction, hopefully it's good in the opposite way.
You read in one direction. I didn't know that. Okay.
Best logic ever. Okay. Yes, it's in Latin, and you can tell it's a curse about harnessing strength from the beast against your enemies.
I've got a suggestion. Do you remember that we came across in this wood on the way to the bandit camp that young woman who had been, we thought, tinkered with by the Fae? Now, I'm just wondering, we've now had 2 young people in a matter of days, and in both cases, they seem to have been connected to you know, one of these supernatural occurrences. On the one case, this is tied to that dead young man there, and I'm suggesting that dead young woman we came across was linked to the skin changer's abilities.
Aye, you could be right. But
if we follow the trail of bodies, we will find them.
That has been my experience, aye.
Yeah.
Now, however, this young man was running for home. Yon village over there. Perhaps we might check to see if they need our help, as good Christians might think to do.
Oh, well, let's go and see the village anyway, because if there is somebody... I mean, demons are nice and good, but usually they use humans to summon them and cast spells, so we need to find the human behind this and dissuade them from doing any further harm.
You know your prey, friend.
Well, I've been doing this a while.
So we're going to go to the village where the bloke was running to, rather than where he was running from.
But you said your name was Blackwin?
Yeah, yes.
Do you have a daughter?
I did.
Called Edwin? Because you might look her up. She's looking for you.
Blackwin, you know, I think...
Can I call for inner conflict?
Yes, go for it. What do I do for that in a conflict?
No,
Is it
no,
okay?
sorry, it's an in
Oh.
joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, from the thingy game. Yeah. Blackwin, I think was walking towards it. Because I mean, we're walking away. We only know the river, right? That he was running away from the river rather than anything in particular.
Yeah.
And I think as you say that, he freezes for a second and he clenches his remaining fist. And he looks at you and says, "Careful, stranger. Eotenweard, my daughter."
Seen her not a week ago.
I was about 5 weeks ago at this point, but yep.
Okay, I've seen her about a month ago.
Do you think he sits heavily down on the ground,
Oh.
pale face, like?
And she's been looking for you.
I thought she was dead. Yeah.
She's not.
I owe you a debt of honor for this. Where might I find Eotenweard?
I saw her in Elmwood, but she went off.
She was heading north.
She was heading north. She was looking for you.
What direction is this village, Blake?
East.
Good luck. And he starts walking north. If anyone wants to ask if he helped them go around. But yeah,
She did say, it was 5 weeks ago. So-
It was some time ago there. We'll all help you, but I think we should help these local folks first. You never know; they may be able to corroborate that story. You just can't believe one person, and it was some time ago.
It was.
Blackwin.
You
And
could
I
say,
don't-
hey, look, I'll help you for 2 days, and then, or whatever.
I'll help you so that the donkey doesn't get killed. But
Oh, you're a good man, Blackwin. You're a good man. And I'm sure this would make a fine story. So once we dealt with this, we can all head north and try and find your lost daughter.
Yeah,
Eamon
roll
knows
con-
who it is.
someone to convince me of that.
I will attempt to. Yes, I think I'll put up a good reason there. So roll plus subtle. So I'm rolling at +2. Let's get those bones on the go. Oh, superb! I rolled 10, lifting that to 12. Now on common moves, is there a 12 plus? No, I don't. I think there is actually. Convince somebody.
They agree, are in awe of you, and they owe you a debt of honor.
There we go.
Yeah, but that would be for an NPC, right? I don't actually see any rules for PC.
Actually, I've just
No.
I've just remembered I took the PC rules out and put them in the debt. So if you want to, so you can call in a debt bull to make him stay.
Oh yeah.
I think Donkey will nuzzle Blackwin. He wants him to hang around. He feels safer with Blackwin around.
Oh, actually, Bull owes me a debt, not the other way around. You could call in a debt, Ventusius.
Well, I could. I will call in a debt because I want to try this mechanic. So when the GM agrees, reduce the debt by 1 if you agree to their demand that erase a debt you hold or pass to them, honestly answer their question, help hinder a character, do something else specific. They agree with the GM and roll with advantage when you do it. So I would like to call in my debt on Blackwin, and the do something else specific is to help us find the root of this evil, and roll with advantage when you first do so.
Nice. And I think that given that our debt was based upon me, you stopping me from going too far in the pursuit of my prey, I think, appealing to that, the innocent may die, Blackwin.
That makes a lot of sense.
We'll
And subtext, you'll get in the song.
Like he cares. Yeah.
Could be useful for Edwin to find you because she's looking, and if there's a song about, she might know where. So songs have power. I'm Celtic. I believe that songs have power.
And how do you think everyone knows about the moonlit boar, other than by my songs?
Well, Blackwin will agree to that, and I will give a debt to Eamon for telling me that Aedwin is alive. And yeah, so I think Blackwin, his whole raison d'être is now slightly shaken. It's been years since he's seen his daughter, and he's killed many a person along the way to find him. Yeah.
For viewers at home, I was playing his daughter last time, and he didn't know she was still around. So it's about midday. It's a light rain. The village is about 2 hours away. What are you doing?
I think on the way, I'm asking, tell me about Aedwin.
Yeah, I'll tell her that she is. I will leave out the whole she's a bandit stuff. I will just.
Well, the way she said it to you is she was a hunter in the woods.
Yeah, I remember that she was an outlaw. So I will leave that out anyways. I will just tell him that she's a hunter, she's a fine woman, she's very good with a bow, and yeah, she helped me kill that demon. I think she did. Maybe she did. I don't know.
Yeah,
she was there. She was there, so she must have helped. Yeah.
And in the background on the soundtrack, there's accompanying the telling of the tale as Ventusius is playing his skin drum.
Yeah, I kind of fall into the rhythm of his unconsciously of the drum when I'm telling this. I mean, Eamon is not a great storyteller, but he tries his best, I guess.
And Ventusius is recording this. So he can retread it as his own tale.
Probably a better tale.
Okay. You're just heading to the village? No one's doing anything else?
Nope, village bound. Although
no
I'm
one's
still
gonna,
slightly
you know,
concerned
bury
about
the corpse at the riverbank or anything, for example?
Oh, sorry, yeah, of course. We did that for the young woman, so we'll do the same here. Any
I'm
indication whether he's...
I'm happy to carry the body back to the village.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So they can
It's good eating on that corpse.
We could sling it on the back of Donkey. Donkey could do the heavy lifting.
Aye.
That's a bit harsh. It's not what he's here for.
He needs to feel he can contribute to the overall party effort.
Ah, you do. I mean, he does, yes.
Aye. He does. He does.
Yeah.
I would like to take the temptation of pride so I can reduce the debt I owe my god by 1 by spitting in his eye and being prideful. And so all the way there, when I'm not listening to the story, I'm just saying, don't you think I was remarkable there, the way I kept calm in the face of those things? Endlessly just wittering on to anybody who will listen, and when they won't listen, I just keep going.
I think you interrupt Eamon telling Blackwin about Aedwin, and he just turns and pushes you back 1 step behind, like.
Well, it wasn't like that on the riverbank. Just as well, I was brave and courageous in the face of those things.
Yeah, you were very brave. Ventusius. I forget your name. Sorry. It's too early. Ventusius. Yeah, Eamon says, yeah, you were very brave there. I mean, me and Blackwin killed these things, but you were very brave.
And Bull, I was there.
Yes, of course you were there. And
were you? I didn't notice. Probably you were behind me.
From what I recall, Bull...
I don't think you even attacked it at all, Ventusius. You just stood there with Donkey.
The way the story went, as I remember, was that Bull attacked it with his with that little blade he carries, and you ran off screaming 30 feet away after I killed that one.
That might have been what it looked like, but in fact, I distracted them. That because I seem to remember they then turned away from you and allowed you to attack it.
Well, you were always a great storyteller, Ventusius.
Great storyteller, yeah, but a bloody coward. That's for bloody sure.
Oh, hang on. Is that face an accusation?
Oh, yes.
I think so. I've got no idea how this
So-
mechanic works.
Okay.
Ventusius has to roll plus subtle.
When your honor is publicly questioned, as is, roll plus subtle. Okay. To see whether my arguments are sound, +2. That's a 6. Oh my. On 10 plus, you justify your actions or belittle the accuser. On 7 to 9, listeners are not convinced, but you will be offered a way to restore your honor. On 6 minus, you are dishonored. Owe your accuser a debt of honor and erase any they owe you. So I am appropriately put in my place. So hang on. Bull. I no longer owe Bull. So Bull. No, I don't think I owe you one.
It says +1 next to UO. What way round is?
Yeah. So I owe Bull. So I get rid of that, and instead you put Ventusius +1.
What, I owe you or you owe me?
No.
I'm confused.
Yeah, so am I now. Hang on, let me think this through. So
I think you get another one with me, so that would go to +2.
Yes.
It's a sort of you might have to change the text of the debt.
I might. You're right.
Yeah, and currently I've got none with you, so you owe me one.
Yes.
I think actually, if Ventusius already owed you one, then didn't that mean that you already had one on him? And you the minus, yeah. So they owe. Now you owe -2, isn't it?
No. I called in a debt, if you remember.
He did.
Oh,
he did.
Yeah. So you've now got that one back for a different reason. Yeah.
Called him out for being a coward. Okay. There we go. Excellent. So your pride has clearly come at a cost.
It has. Now, I'm thinking about temptations. I don't know whether that, Blake, is enough now to get rid of the compel on pride. Whether that's a big enough punishment. It says until you have the opportunity to demonstrate it. I mean, all the other ones say until you get into trouble.
Well, you did. So, socially speaking, you did get into trouble. So, yeah, I think you can get rid of that for that.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's a mechanic we've never used.
It worked well.
Yeah, when preparing for this, I sort of looked at a lot of the rules. I'm like, I wanted to use some, but I didn't want to make it too contrived a situation where you can only use that thing, sort of thing. So you got to kind of balance it a bit. Now, before we get into the village, do people need a bio break, or you're good? Or
an hour's gone. Yeah. I don't know. I think this is a good time.
Should we say 5 minutes? Or
Yeah.
5.
Enough for
Cool.
coffee.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, Blake, I cannot thank you enough for running this, because
Oh, that's all right.
when you're GMing it, you're not really thinking about whether the rule works. You're just applying it, and just being a player is a way to see the game work. So it's worth its weight in gold. This, thank you.
That's all right. Just wait till I kill you all, and then you won't be so grateful. Alrighty.
So
You
have you
wait,
had any
Sabine?
more discussions, Alan, about sort of publishing this, or is it still sort of too linked to Monsters of the Week?
Now I've kind of crossed the threshold of putting some work out there on itch. I think it's possible.
Okay. I think the big thing is sort of checking things for copyright. Is it images and things like that?
Exactly.
The hurdle. Yeah. I was actually surprised of how much stuff is actually on itch. Chaosium have got a 50% sale on all their itch. They've just gone on there. So you can get a lot of PDF of Call of Cthulhu stuff at 50% off. That's running for about 3-4 more days. I, of course, indulged because, hey, why not?
They've certainly got a lot of books. It's everything Cthulhu, and
They only had about 8 books on there, but it was a lot of the 7th edition. There was a lot of 7th edition modules. 50% off. I thought that was a pretty good buy.
okay. All right, so you're approaching the village. It's got even darker clouds. The rain stopped. However, it's a cold breeze. Approaching the village, you can see there's some fox traps spread around. The palisade, there is a palisade around the village, but it's in disrepair. The village has about 100 houses spread over 6 very muddy streets.
Oh, this place doesn't look well maintained.
You've been here before, Bull.
Yeah. Watch yourselves here, folks. These people are a bit weird.
And where do we find the lass that you call home in this village?
Well, I may have to smooth out a few things first.
You've not been reading that Bible very closely, have you? There are these 10 things at the beginning about that you should be paying attention to.
I can't read. When I read, I'll start abiding by him. Until then,
that's what priests are for, anyway.
Exactly, and it's only an interpretation. That's what the priests say.
And that's not what the priests say.
Isn't it? Well, I must have had some dung in my ear. I couldn't have quite heard him right.
Okay. Your lady friend for this village waves you over. Her name is Irinia. She's a merchant.
Oh, Irinia. How are you doing? I had a bad leg. In fact, Donkey also had a bad leg. So it's been some time since I could have got here and seen you, my love. But you wouldn't believe what we saw on the road coming here.
She's just sort of tidying up her stuff in her stall. Go on.
We saw some
village and she has stalls. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, she's the only one with a stall.
That's why I knew her. She's got the stall.
We found this dead guy over there. Maybe you know him?
Oh, look on the back of Donkey. He's had the frights in him. He's been touched by the devil.
What? What are you talking about? Yeah, that's his family's one street over, about 5 houses down. They've got they got lots of ivy all over their house. You can't miss it. That's his family.
He was killed by creatures from the nearby river. You may want to.
What?
You may want to guard yourselves.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to have someone here that could guard me. She sort of winks at Bull.
I think I could be tempted here with. I think lust is an easy thing to be tempted by. Yes, I will be tempted by lust and sort of divert myself from anything to do with really this dead guy now and start laying it on thick with the merchant that I have been missing for some time.
All right. She's like, I close up in about an hour, come back, and we can.
Well, I could easily help you close up right now if you wish. No, I'm sure some of my friends would like to purchase some of your wares. Wouldn't you, Eamon and Blackwing? Have a look. These are high quality things she's
Actually, I
selling.
think we would like to talk to the family of the guy you've got on Donkey. So you can stay. We take Donkey and the guy.
Aye.
Donkey, you don't need to be seeing what's going on. You take Donkey. I'm going to help her close up shop.
It's shy in front of Donkey. Ventusius, there's a strong smell here. What is it?
Brimstone.
Oh. In the shop. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a stall or a market square. I
it's the only shop in the village, but yep.
Okay, so no, but in the shop, I see. Okay, I think. What does she sell?
Just odds and ends.
Rations,
basic clothes.
I think there's a coppery smell. Then.
Okay.
Which some people call the smell of blood.
Might even recognize it if I wasn't too consumed with thoughts of my long lost daughter.
That's fair enough.
I'd have thought you were habituated to the smell of blood.
I mean, I will mention it when we're out there because that smelled weirdly like blood in there. Maybe she is. Do you think she's butchering stuff in there? I mean, she might.
I don't know, but look, we've got to get this young man back to his family.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure Bull will be okay and not be butchered. Oh well.
Everyone deserves to bury their lost ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody except Bull is going to see the family. Is that right?
Yep, good with me.
This is not Sweeney Ted. Alrighty. So you go and see the family. Naturally, they're upset. He was their only son. They're in their 40s. They're just farmers, animal farmers.
Can you tell me when you last saw him?
And they said, only like a day ago. Yeah, he was just going out for like 2 days. We thought he'd be back tonight or this afternoon.
Where was he going? Sorry.
Just taking the sheep around the paddocks and camping out and stuff. But obviously, it's not such a good idea.
Oh, what happened to the sheep?
You didn't see any sheep anywhere near him.
Oh, sorry about the sheep and the guy.
Did we ever actually certainly determine a cause of death? Because Blackwing back at the square said he was dragged into the river by these things. Was he drowned, or is there some other wound on him? Do you need me to look about me?
No, that's fine. There's a flashback, so everything goes sepia, and he had a lot of welts, which were green welts all over his back, the back of his arms and legs, and his back, which match the ones on the legs of Ventusius, who was dragged by the creature.
Okay. So all right. So my sacrifice idea in order to summon is not flying. Okay.
Do you have a god botherer around here? One of those followers of the lamb.
Oh, priest.
Yes.
We had one for a couple of years, and about 2 weeks ago, he was found slaughtered in a field, and they do the sign of the cross. And
slaughtered.
Yes, he looked like he was. Well, they said it was animal attack, but they're like, no, it looked like a lot of knife stabbing.
Animals usually don't knife stab. But yeah, okay.
So you are without spiritual guidance then?
And then they just look at their son and sort of nod sadly.
Oh, well. And Ventusius is thinking, God, without a priest to bury him, they'll
Do you have a church here?
There was a fire, the one we had burnt down.
And when was that?
About a week ago.
Okay. Let's maybe look at the ruins. I mean,
yeah, I think Ventusius is exchanging glances with Eamon that say, this is all a bit odd.
more than a bit.
Is there a graveyard by the church? Is that where you'd like your son to be buried?
Yeah, it's about a mile out of town.
Okay. Well, that's where we're going anyways. I'm going to say that I'll offer to dig the grave for them so that there's a hole waiting for them at the churchyard graveyard when they want to have their funeral and say goodbye to their son.
No, thank you very much. We have nothing to offer, but thank you.
Is that a debt?
Yeah, we just call them villagers, I guess.
That, I suppose it can be like the goodwill of the people of this village towards.
Yep. Village of Muck, M-U-C-K. All right.
Bit of a backwater.
So he goes off to dig the hole. What are Ventusius and Eamon doing?
Well, is the graveyard by the burned out church?
No, it's about a mile out of town.
Okay. Well, then I think we should go and look at the church.
Yeah, let's go.
This is classic slasher movie, all go in different directions.
Yes.
So dramatically, it's essential that Ventusius and Eamon do not go with Blackwing.
Yes, that's true. Blackman looks like he can take care of himself. And when he's gone, I will look at Ventusius. How's he gonna shovel with one hand? Oh wow, it's not my problem.
Okay. There's a whisper in Ventusius and Bull's ears. And then it says, "Come to me, Christians. I am ready for you."
I don't hear that.
You do hear that, and so does... Sorry, no, Ventusius and Bull hear it, and it's like they're standing right next to you, but when you look, there's nothing there.
I think Eamon's a Christian as well, for what it's worth.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I look at Eamon, who's with me, and I say, "Did you hear that?"
Did I hear what? No.
It was like somebody was just behind me whispering, and they said, "Come to me, Christians. I'm waiting for you."
I don't know. I haven't heard anything, and I'm a Christian, so might have just been in your head.
Donkey just sort of looks at you.
Yeah, Donkey didn't hear anything either.
All right.
That seems odd.
Meanwhile, Bull and Arinia, they're in it, having a good time, having a bit of a meal as well, probably some stew on a pot or something. You're muted.
Yeah, I'll clearly, when I hear this, I'll sort of look at her and sort of, did you hear anything?
Hey? No, just the stew boiling. You want some?
Oh, yeah, I won't pass up a bit of free food. I won't pass up anything for free, that's for sure. But something came over me there. I think I actually heard something, possibly the word of God. Oh, I hope it don't happen again. I ain't no priest.
I'm sure you're just imagining it. Just have some food. We're gonna have a nice night in. No need for you to go anywhere.
I totally agree. It was just Parson, I'm sure. So yeah, I'll sit down and start chowing down.
Just roll plus steel for a second there, Bull.
Sure. Steel's -1. That's a shame. At -1, so I rolled 10. Well, I'm not generating much XP. So I rolled 10, so that reduces it down to a 9. So there'll be some complication.
All right. She's not normally this accommodating. Normally she makes you work for it and sort of want you to do housework or promise gifts or something. But yeah, she's just seems to be too happy to help you with everything. Could be nothing, but
it does worry me a little. I mean, I'm looking forward to the prize at the end of the line, but I do feel slightly perturbed here. If only Donkey was here.
He'd know what to do. He's like the big black line in the center of Voltron. Okay, Blackwin.
You know what? I think I've got Donkey and the dead body with me. You know, does that make sense? On my own.
For me to kill everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Donkey's all right.
Yeah.
All right. You go out and bury the body. It's fairly dark by the time you get back because it is a bit slower with only one arm.
I don't see any signs of, disturbances among the other graves here. Satanic rituals and so forth.
So that would be look about you, I believe.
Yeah.
Roll plus sense.
That is a 9 or a 10. What do I have in sense? It's a 10. Blackwin is determined to never improve at any point because he'll always pass his roll. Cool. So look about me. The location or situation exactly. Do I see? Is there any sign of any out of the ordinary activity here? Disturbed graves. Pentagrams, that kind of thing.
Disturbed graves, yes. Pentagrams, no.
So the graves have been disturbed. In what way have they been?
Looked like someone's dug down and ripped some body parts out and not bothered covering it up.
Spit on the ground at that.
The villains are either lazy or stupid.
Well,
or arrogant.
Well, I know that Bull didn't do it, so it might be the last one. Is there anything here that might give me some kind of clue to, to who it might be, where it might go, that kind of thing, like an identity?
Okay.
Yeah,
There are 3 sets of prints. 2 of them are male, 1 of them are female.
Okay. Cool. I put the lad to rest and scatter just enough dirt on top of him to, keep the animals at bay, and then head over towards, I guess, either the church or town, whichever one is narratively convenient.
No worries.
It's just occurred to me that I've just noticed that the airman took a little bit of a beating on the riverbank, and I do have part of my repertoire is tales of heroes and battles. When you recall a legend of survival against the odds, I outline how that hero survived to fight another day and follow that advice to treat an injury on yourself or another character. What does this wound look like, Eamon?
I think that was the tentacle creatures, right? They probably hit me with their tentacles several times, and you can see some kind of these greenish welts on
Well, because growing next to the church, there's a wort, and in this tale, a great warrior who had fallen a great distance and badly bruised, bound up his welts with wort, and therefore I will offer to do that in order to help you recover.
Well, I wonder if I can trigger the tempted by pride here to just say it's nothing. I'm fine.
Ah, yes.
To reduce my debt. So that would that work? Because it's clearly not. It's clearly detrimental. And it's clearly prideful to say, "Well, I'm fine. I mean, I don't need your help anyway." So I will do that because as much as I'd love to get him healed up, I think that is a very good opportunity to reduce my debt a little. I will do that now. So I'm looking at you now. It's fine. It's nothing. It's just a scratch. I'll be okay. I've had worse.
I think my eyebrow goes up and thinks, you know, once you get to be a king, people just think they're invulnerable.
I'm not a king yet.
Yet, well.
Yeah, well, yet. I mean, I've got this brother-in-law. He's the king.
Okay.
King in exile.
Yeah. So I can say that the family shared some bread with you as part of thanks, and then you went to the church and you did that.
And did we find anything at the church?
All right. It looked like someone sort of made a shack out of the ruins.
Okay. Oh,
So there's someone living here.
Yes.
That's weird. Well, talk to them.
Hello?
All right. So yeah, there'd be some sort of light on from inside. You bang on the door or whatever. There's a guy there. Do I have his name? No, I didn't. All right, so the door opens. They've got some sort of leather armor. They're just sort of looking out. Yeah. Can I help you? What do you want?
Look about me. How big a threat is he? That's a 9, so I got 1 hold. I want to know.
Wait, can I help with that?
Oh,
So to push it up to 10? Because,
well,
I mean...
Yeah, so hang on. If I call in a debt from Eamon, then I can improve that to a 10.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
do you want
so
to...
I've reduced my debt,
Okay.
the debt you owe me,
Okay.
and that becomes a 10. 2 questions.
Oh, nice.
One.
But what does it look like you helping him?
It looks like
Oh,
that
good.
in a way that I'm standing next to him and looking at these people, just to lend a bit of weight to his questioning, right? Because I can loom a bit. I've got an axe, and I've got the kind of stare that people might recognize as not a good way to.
So this guy has a sword at his hip, which you don't see often. Most people don't have the money for that. He looks reasonably muscular. He's either actively fit or used to be, sort of thing. He doesn't seem to be intimidated by either or both of you.
Is there anything on him or about him that smacks of Satanism?
No.
Funny place to live, stranger?
I will say, when he sees, like, does anyone have any obvious, like, Christian symbols, like on his shield or a necklace or anything, or?
No, he doesn't have a shield. I mean, I think he has a cross that he wears.
Oh, so you see him sort of notice that and smirk.
Are you Are you smirking at my friend's sign of devotion?
That's a strange question to ask a stranger. What are you doing here?
I asked you first.
Jesus, this guy is arrogant. All right. He's like, I live here. This is my home.
Well, you haven't been living here for long. It's burned down a week ago, and a strange place to choose to live in, a burnt down church.
Well, I don't need your permission. I'll live where I like. Have a good night. Shuts the door. Well, goes to shut the door.
I will put my foot in the door and lean against it and say, we came to pray.
Well, there ain't no church here.
This is the closest thing there is to a church, stranger.
I'm not sure your faith's going to help the church. It's got burnt down. It's almost like he's mocking you when he's saying that.
I wonder who burned it down. Or how did it burn down?
One fire one night. Strange things happen around these parts. You got to be careful.
Yeah, they definitely do. And you definitely got to be careful.
I think I look at Eamon as if to say, do you want to push this any further?
I'd wait for the other two to see what they found.
All right. Bull. Roll plus steal.
Can I just before you do, because I've just realized it, as in slasher movie territory, I do have a start of session move, which could allow me to appear somewhere useful. So let me roll that one now, just so we know what the state of play is. Reroll selected plus sense. So that's a 10. Goodness me, this is rolling well. On a 7+, you can declare yourself to be in a scene you'd otherwise have missed later in the session. On 10+, you're also well prepared and all ready when you arrive in that scene. So I've got that in my back pocket. If suddenly I think, hang on.
So you could interject if Bull is caught in a compromising position by some evil skin changer.
That is the nature of the move.
Okay. So, yes, rolling plus steal. Here we go. So that is -1. Let me roll. Again, no XP. So I rolled 9. That only reduces it down to an 8.
Okay.
So how is it going with my lady friend?
Well, you notice something wrong. I'm just trying to think of two good choices. You can notice something wrong and obviously then potentially miss out on the light at the end of the tunnel you're headed towards.
Yep.
Or, yeah, you could just go be too much in the moment and ignore it.
I think I noticed something strange, that she's got no navel. That's pretty strange.
No, I was thinking more that the tea that she's given you.
I'm drunk, yes.
Just tastes a bit odd.
What filthy brew is this you've cooked me, woman?
That's the usual stuff. And at that point, I can say there's a knock at the door. If you like, we can have Ventusius came looking for him because he just had a bad feeling or something.
Fine. The smell of blood. This suspicious burned out church. And Ventusius, we cut to Ventusius running down the street and looking over his shoulder to Eamon and saying, Bull's in danger.
Okay, I'll run after him. Bull's in danger. We'll have to save Bull.
I'm sort of
and I
drinking
think
brew.
I burst through the door and knock the cup away from his mouth.
Ooh. Disgusting.
And hold a knife to the woman.
Or
'Cause I come prepared.
she backs out. Like, whoa, what's the problem?
I don't know, but you're it.
As this brew has landed on the ground, is there anything at sort of at the bottom of the cup that is now sort of so the tea is maybe it's in sort of two separate layers. Maybe the tea sort of and maybe at the bottom of the cup is there anything there? Possibly some blood.
Yeah, there's some leaves that you haven't seen before. Blackwin, I'll say you see Eamon run down the street.
I look at Donkey and like shake my head and like jog after him. And I see as I come across this scene with I say that, look, I know that you're men of faith, but I no need to be pulling a knife out for adultery. He's not married or anything. At least I don't think so.
And I threaten her and say, "What's all this about?"
What you done to me, woman?
Nothing.
Usual?
Nothing. We're just having a quiet night until you burst into my home.
You don't need to drug me?
I want to roll to convince her to tell me the truth.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So that's convinced someone, I guess, is the closest thing.
And that's a 5 altogether.
Mark XP.
I'm doing very well on that. I have to say, three fails so far.
She flicks the stew at you. Take 1 harm as she jumps out the window. Well, it's not a window; it's shutters. So jumps and rolls out the window and starts running.
Can I catch her?
You're on the other side, but yeah, you can. You heard her smash through the window, and so can Blackwin. You're both sort of outside approaching the building.
Yeah.
What would I roll for that? Face danger? I mean,
are you suffering from pride at the moment, Eamon?
Yeah, a bit, but
a bit of.
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, you didn't.
Paid for it,
no.
didn't you?
Oh, you paid for it.
No,
okay.
I paid for that. I mean, I'm just suffering from having been hit by these things. No, but I want to catch her. I mean.
Yeah, so either Blackwin or Eamon can roll face danger, and the other one can assist.
I'll roll the face danger if that's okay with you.
Yeah, and I will assist if needed.
Cool. Okay, let's see how that goes. Yeah, I've got an 11, so.
Well, should I assist him? Perhaps we could get a 12 if there's a 12 plus on that.
Okay.
If there's a 12 plus on that move.
I don't know, min-maxes.
The only way, remember, the only way you can now help another player character is by the cash in a debt arrangement, which improves it a category, but 12 plus isn't a category.
Yeah, that's right. So basically, you kind of go off at tangents to make her have to go around a tree, and that's when Eamon catches up and bang, grabs her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll say, excuse me, we weren't. I think Ventusius was still talking to you.
Just a quick one.
And why are you running away from your own home if you didn't do anything wrong?
Blackwin will say, someone's been digging up the graves. A woman and 2 men. Now maybe you're one of them.
Look, there was useful stuff in the ground. They weren't using it anymore. And I ran away from my home because a bunch of strangers come in and start waving a big drum around. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Well, first of all, desecrating graves is a crime. And you shouldn't do that. These people are dead, and you shouldn't disturb the dead because when all is said and done, they might come for you. Or for the others in the village. And who are the other two anyway?
Am I correct in thinking that the things that were taken from what I heard of what you said was that body parts were taken from the graves? And,
yeah, as well as valuables.
Yeah. I never heard anything valuable about taking bits and pieces from bodies, unless you've been making some strange stews, woman.
I grab her a bit tighter and drag her back to the hut so Ventusius and Bull can.
If possible, I would like to do my convince someone with a threat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which, can take place after we've dragged her back to the.
Yep.
into the shelter.
This
Cool.
is
Well,
upon.
I'll help Enthusiast to his feet and sort of like pull the gloopy stew out of his hair and try and.
Put some trousers on, maybe.
Well, they hadn't quite gotten there, but yeah, that was.
Oi, thanks for the save there, Vetusius, although maybe you could have come a few minutes later. That would have been even better there, my friend, but thanks for the save.
I just had a bad feeling about it, Bull. It all suddenly came together.
He says, noticing there are in fact some strange objects floating in the stew.
I was about to ask if I could look about me at the stew, because I'm having heard that there, Ventusius doesn't know, but I do, that there were body parts removed from the graves. So do you want me to roll look about me?
Yeah, you get +1 because there's the dots are starting to join up a bit.
Well, I mean, you could give me advantage. No, okay. No, that's actually that's 11. So I'm on a winner anyway. So is there anything peculiar about the stew?
Yeah, there's a human kidney. There's a human liver.
Oh no! Oh God!
Winner, human dinner.
Hey, Bull, how many cups have you had already?
Well, I definitely think I had a good plateful with an extra helping. Oh, I think actually at this stage I'm going to hang out the window and sort of like hurl to a huge degree. At least it's only in your hair, Ventusius. I bloody hate this stuff. And start sort of retching this up.
And I'm kind of holding him out the window saying, get it all out, get it all out.
Oh, it's the mark of the devil. It's the devil's kidneys, I tell you.
Okay. Bull's sort of preoccupied, so Ventusius and Eamon will hear the voices. Come face me, Christians. Come face me. I fear not your feeble god.
Okay, where is that coming from?
Blackwing did not hear it.
Yeah, I will answer the voice and say, yeah, where? I will face you. Show me where.
Oh, 13 unconvinced me.
Yeah.
So is that a bit of interrogation?
Maybe resolve the Blackwing roll first before we go on with the voices in our heads.
Oh, she's like, don't kill me. That's
who?
He paid me to keep.
Who?
Revilius. He paid me to keep Bull busy.
And who's Revilius? Where do we find?
Just leave town. That's the best thing you can do. Just go.
I'll be leaving when I've found Revilius. And I think I keep forgetting the name of the little dagger thing that they've got.
Oh, Seax.
The Seac, yeah. The Seac is just hovering around her face.
So please don't. Just look, go to the church. They're in the church.
Oh, there's a thoroughly unpleasant fellow living in the church. Is that Revilius?
Yes, that's him.
Oh, yeah, we met him.
Right. Well,
we need to kill this folk. He's robbed me of my woman and a good meal, and he's the devil.
If we're back and you tell that.
If you're there.
Yeah, and we point out that there's human pieces in the stew. Blackwing's going to put down his knife and pick up his axe and say, "You made this."
Admit it, woman. Tell the good man that you did this witchcraft, this evilness. Admit it. Admit your sins.
Why?
But she doesn't seem upset. She just seems scared of him.
Why?
We get strong. Lucifer's making us strong.
Oh, well. Who told you that? Revilius?
He knows many things.
Well, he knows how to get between a man and a woman. You're blacklisted. Let me tell you this, woman. You're off my. You're out of my book if I actually had one, because I don't. But your name is Craft.
So
I don't want out to do with you anymore.
So on the 12 plus, I would put them in order of me, and I would take it. They would give me a debt. I would like to use that debt to to basically exile her from the village immediately. You know, like get out of here before I kill you. And the villagers, if you come back, the villagers will string you up. I only don't do this because of respect for Bull's, relationship with you.
All right, she's happy with that. She'll take her stuff and go as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a wise idea. Then he'll go.
Oh, I mean,
Post.
I think with the mechanic, with the debt, I'm basically saying like she's fleeing in a panic rather than able to go back. Otherwise, she's dead immediately. Like.
Now be a haggard witch hag woman living in the forest.
Yeah, I've met witch hag women who lived in the forest, and that's no good for anyone.
An enemy to fight another day. An enemy to fight another day, perhaps.
Oh, great! I love that.
To the church.
Yeah.
This man that's done this great evil against the village and against us needs to pay a price, I feel.
Good job you didn't eat any of that, Bull.
Well, good job Donkey didn't eat any of it. I'd hate for Donkey to be tainted by Satan. I'm made of hardier things, but
made of heartier things now.
True indeed. I'll confide in you, Blackwing. I actually did eat some of it. And at the time, it did taste quite good. But I've got it out of me now. It's gone. I've expunged it from my body.
You let me know if you get a taste for it again, yes?
I will, Blackwing. You'll be the first man to know.
Why? Because he looks tasty.
Plenty of meat on him. I think that I want to prefer not to think about this tale, but we've got cannibalism, we've got grave robbing, we've got priests being slaughtered, we've got this guy in the church who doesn't wear anything satanic. I want to find out what's our best approach here, because clearly, if this is connected to what we've seen in the woods, then this is also about magic, and I don't know how well equipped we are to deal with the power of the old gods. So I'd like to roll plus to think of my tale.
Okay.
That's a 9. I get to spend 1 hole to ask the question. What secrets can I remember about overcoming magic like this?
Be pure. Don't be tempted by the various sins, because that's how they get in. That's how they get you.
Now, so look, we must be strong in the name of God. And I look at Blackwood and say, or gods, and we must be pure of heart, not give in to temptation. We must act together in the name of God.
We must hit him with an axe. That mostly works very well. Has more or less worked very well for me. Usually these pagan types, they injure themselves by casting their magic more than we can.
I think Eamon's got the right call of things.
Well, let's hope he's not protected by some evil magic that protects him from blows.
Iron and fire always gets them.
I always seems to have worked so far, so that's a good plan, I feel. But let's be on our guard. You never know.
But I will begin to kind of and begin to recite the Psalms. the tale of King David approaching I've forgotten the name of the opposition, Goliath, and being strong in the word of God.
Okay. Hope it's
No
not
chance of
normal.
surprise then.
No. As we march up to drumbeat in nice formation to the church.
You know what? I was going to tell him to shut up, but I think I quite like the idea of us cresting over the hill.
Yeah.
Blackwin and Eamon wielding their weapons and slow motion of.
Yes, we've got our own soundtrack now.
In
And
full
just-
moonlight with fog sort of like drifting down from the church as yes, the two axe wielders, Ventusius beating the drum, Donkey behind, and Bull just with the lone torch as we head up the hill towards
Yep.
the church.
Yeah.
Now, as you approach the door to the shack, there's a thunder crack overhead as the storm sort of hits the area. Eamon, you had a dream about this place once. What happened?
I had a dream about this place. Yeah, right. Now that you're saying it, I remember then that dream. I remember the drum beat. I remember the fog. I remember the lightning. And what I absolutely realize is that the storm will break. And then I heard voices, like a chant or something in that dream. At least there were people chanting something, and I had the feeling that this was not going to end well for someone. I don't know, if me or some other people.
Okay. Blackwin, you can smell that copper smell again.
Blood on the air. Well,
Okay.
time
It
to
looks like
Let's hope there's no bodies hanging from gibbets in there, draining them of blood and using it in satanic purposes. That would be evil incarnate.
Mm-hmm.
You have a rich imagination, friend.
It's because I don't read books. They drain the imagination, I've heard.
Never heard
Ventusius is
of
like, yes, of course.
Okay.
Song is the only way to keep your imagination alive. Yeah. I mean, like, obviously this may not be, but I feel like this is very much a kick in the door.
All right.
And,
The door is not locked. It was just shut.
Yeah, still
Still
being
kick
kicked
in
in.
the door situation.
There's kind of a
That's
trap
not-
door at the back of the shack, that's open.
Oh,
And a familiar voice to the other three says, "Come on down, Eamon."
do you hear that? Any of you?
Yeah, all of you hear it.
Oh, wow.
But three of
Sorry,
you recognize the voice that was whispering in your ear.
Oh, that was the voice that was in my head.
I heard something in my head earlier. I just
Yeah.
thought it was woman chatter or something.
That doesn't sound like a woman.
Chatter? What the hell is woman chatter?
I thought she was just whispering nice things in my ear.
First time anything's passed through there, isn't it, Bull?
I think it might be actually, yeah. Anyway,
All right.
that's very odd. We've all heard it now.
Anyway, I step up and close on the trapdoor.
Yep. There's two guys in here. I'll just get their pictures. Okay, so look, one of them looks like this. He's the guy that came to the door before.
It's very modern. What is he wearing? Does he have earrings? That's very
Yes, he
cool.
has earrings.
Oh my
That's a
god.
definite sign of the devil.
I don't know.
And
it looks quite
The
fancy.
other one, it says, "I am Revilius." Where the hell is that? Why isn't that coming up? Eh. That one.
Oh. Yeah,
It's
that looks like a
Macbeth.
proper person. Scottish then.
It's
I've heard
Revilius.
Weird
Okay.
things about the Scots. So
Oh, not going there. Okay. All right. We can't do anything to do with Erinia because she's left. Revilius will sort of salute Eamon. He says, "The great Eamon, beat us a little errand boy, are we? Come on, coward."
Okay, he seems to want me to attack him, so I'll oblige him, I guess.
Or you could fight, or you could try and talk it out, or it's up to you.
No,
I think it's time you lay down your arms, you blood-drinking worshippers of Beelzebub.
I don't know that those fancy words. I know how to hit people, so yeah.
I'll throw myself at the other one.
Okay.
Have fun. I'll throw myself at Revilius. But maybe not throw myself. I mostly go to hit him.
All right, so they've sort of jumped up first. Blackwin, what are you doing?
I mean, like, I think Blackwin was, like, sees the other warrior leap towards one. Tactic-wise, he's like, okay, I'll take the one on the left, and then I think Ventusius shows a sudden, started to believe his own hype. And leaps in front, leaps forward, whereas Blackwin was ready to take it on his shield and swing with the axe. Ventusius just like, aha! So Blackwin is going to stand by to either get Ventusius out of his trouble, or back up Eamon if needed.
This is a cellar beneath the ruined tower. There are torches on the walls. There's a sleeping pallet in the corner, and in the other corner is a toilet hole. So obviously stinks. There are various bits of animals and plants on like a desk with a pestle and a thame. And of course the copper smell is stronger down here. Okay. Revilius, actually Ventusius is leaping towards the militia guy first.
And as I leap towards him, I pray to God, hold this sinner! And I'd like to invoke my soul move, please. Blessed by gods.
Ooh, nice.
So roll +1. Hang on, no, is soul 1? Yeah, 1. Oh, jeez, God, that's 5.
Mark XP.
Okay.
Oh.
So on 6-, they, i.e. God, judges me unworthy. Something goes wrong and/or draws immediate unwelcome attention. I'm all yours, Games Master.
All right. Yeah, well, 2 points of damage. He stabs you. Blackwin, you are in a good position to retaliate, however.
Yeah, I mean, if he stabs him, I think I would like to roll to protect someone. Then try and protect Ventusius from the folly of
he's already been stabbed, but you can get in the way and sort of stop him being stabbed again or overrun or whatever.
Well,
Yep.
I'll just fight him. I'll just fight him then, and hopefully I'll get the plus enough to focus his attention on me instead.
Okay.
Oh, but I finally fail a roll. Hey.
Ta-da!
Cool.
When you're protecting me.
Yeah.
There's a message there.
Cool. So I guess I leap forward to attack him, and maybe Ventusius stumbles back into me and throws my shield arm off.
Oh, so you actually got a 6-, did you?
Yeah. I got 4, which is the first time I've missed a move, I think, in all of it. Eotenweard.
So this guy's pretty good, actually. He sort of stabs you, get in the way, and he spins around and slashes you as a riposte. So you've both been stabbed by him.
Would that be 2 harm?
Yes.
Cool. Well, luckily, even though the blow, my shield does clip his arm as he goes past, robbing some of the blow, and it does then scratch off the pauldron that I took from the body of the green. What would be a good bandit name? Of Gewin the Green, a man who was reputed to have giant's blood, who was part of the band that raided my village.
So you take no damage, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I have 2 armor, which is proving to be really useful in the world of Eotenweard.
Okay. Eamon, Revilius is coming towards you.
I'm coming towards
Well,
him.
yeah,
so-
you come towards him, so just fight.
Yeah,
Or-
fight. Yeah, fight is it's pretty straightforward right now. Let's see what I roll. Oh, I've rolled very bad. I've rolled a 3. So that's
Now
4.
I think I will intercede here. Clearly, this man's got some skill, probably a little bit more skill than Eamon thought. So on Eamon's sort of blusterous charge in, it probably wasn't a great move. And I will clearly push Eamon at an opportune time, just as his this guy parried his blow and came up short. So I'll push Eamon from behind, so it swings Eamon's blade, so it actually does catch the bloke now. So yes, and that's the power of God helping me. So I would like to use my always reliable move to change Eamon's complete failure into a
Nicely
10
done.
plus. But I will, oh my God,
Yeah,
a
that's
debt.
not, that is very
By
nice.
the power of God, kill him, Eamon.
Okay, I think I exchange harm with him, and I will spot a weak point and inflict 1 extra harm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and that's 4 harm for him then.
He does have armor. So he gets 2 now. So how much armor does Eamon have?
He has usually. I will invoke my duck and dive, so I have 1.
1. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I
still
don't
get
know.
1 point of harm. Okay.
You do have to pay God now for that duck and
Yes.
dive.
Yes, I do. But I think it goes for the scene, right?
Yep.
Because not for every instance, because that would be well.
Yeah. Clearly, we are doing the power of God here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So did the militia guy get damage from Ventusius and Blackwood?
No, I think
think
they
he
both.
did.
I think
We
they
both
failed,
fluffed
didn't
it.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
both
failed.
so nothing. Okay, that's cool. All right.
Obviously, I would like to return the favor as soon as possible.
Yeah. All right. Blackwood, your go.
Yeah. As the blade digs into the pauldron, I'll take another swing, and this time get a 8 on that. So that is ideal. 2 harm with my axe.
Okay. Let's see. Suffers a 1. All right. Both of them seem to be able to handle themselves in a fight. They don't seem afraid. Revelia seems to be smiling at Eamon, seems to be enjoying the whole thing. They both got like a pentagram joined on their forehead in some sort of blood.
Oh, should have said that before, but okay. I will then attempt to get him now with in the pentagram. I mean,
Hit him in the pentagram. That's
yeah.
a
I mean,
new.
just destroy the pentagram on his forehead. It seems to be a bad symbol. So, I mean, if I destroy his forehead along the way, that's fine.
Well, yeah, seems to be interchangeable. Okay, so we did Blackwing. Bull.
I will. I think I'll attempt to stab him with my small dagger. Probably not a wise move. In fact, is there anything in the? Can you describe? Is there anything in the room that looks as if it would be usable?
Yeah, I mean, there's torches. There's an athame, which is like a ritual dagger. There's cooking utensils.
Well, I did come up here with the torch, and I have only got a one-handed weapon. So actually, I think I'll try and sort of like singe him in the pentagram on his forehead with my lit torch.
That sounds like face danger to me.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. All right. So roll plus skill.
Roll plus skill. Yeah.
The danger is you getting stabbed.
There one. My steel is -1. So I may not come out of this well. Let us see. That's not too bad, though. I rolled 8, so that reduces it down to a 7. Bit of this and a bit of that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll plunge my lit torch into his forehead, where his pentagram is.
All right. So you can burn him and Amon, or you can get him and the building. So you're going to start setting the shack on fire.
Yeah, get the building.
Yeah, I think that's a nice sort of defensive comment there, Eamon. Get the building, not me. Yeah, no, but I think dramatically that sounds good. So yeah, I'll singe him in the forehead with the torch, but clearly it hurts him a bit. So he batters it away, and it tumbles upwards into the rafters and catches the thatch. And it starts to sort of smoke, and then we can start seeing fire, and clearly there is a fire.
Yep. Ventusius, what are you doing?
I think that I'm going to assume that I was knocked to the ground because I'm a weak and feeble bard.
Okay.
But I think I am in a position to try to grab his ankles and perhaps, give Blackwin a bit of an advantage.
Again, it sounds like face danger.
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Yep.
So roll plus steel. No, that's 1. That's not so bad. Oh, now I roll 13. So on face danger, say how you impress those watching, and the GM may offer a relevant effect from fight. Would you like to offer a relevant effect from fight, like gain advantage that can be passed to another PC?
Well, this will be a you and Blackwin decision because you're the ones fighting him.
Well, then I would like to create an advantage of, stumbling on him that Blackwin can then exploit.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Because it was such a good roll. You can Blackwin. Pretty much you can decide whether you knock him out or behead him or what do you want to do with him, basically.
Let's see. Well, I get a 9. So would I? So that's basically like end of the fight, right? Like with
You
that.
can
Yeah, for
re-roll
him.
the extra dice if you want it, but
Now it would be a 12. So yes. But in which case, anyways, it sounds like fictionally the fight. This was such a good stumble into him that he's pinned. He just trips and falls, and I think Blackwin's as he pushes himself up to his feet to surge at Blackwin, Blackwin's axe catches him across the stomach and opens him up. Yeah,
Like a fish.
yeah.
Alrighty.
all over Ventusius.
Can I hit my
Yep, it's Amon's go. Go for it.
okay. I will now attempt to strike him again. Okay, I've got a 7, I've got an 8. That's fine.
He's screaming, Lucifer, accept this sacrifice. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but that's what he's doing.
Yeah, well, I think his pentagram was scorched a bit by Bull already. So on a 7 to 9, exchange harm as established. Okay, and I also got this. I would like to. I've been trained from youth to fight, so I could inflict either 1 extra harm or choose one of the 7, the 10 from the 10 plus list. I don't know. I guess right now what I would like to force them where I want them, which is directly into the fire that Bull has created there. So I do only 2 harm, but I will force them back into the fire.
He was pretty wounded already. It's all right. He's burning. It looks like his Dark Lord has forsaken him. Yeah.
Oh, well.
All righty.
Burning God's fire, demon.
Maybe get out of here while we still can, because it's burning.
Yeah.
And
Now,
there's a burning person dancing around, so
there are some books and scrolls on the desk where they had the ritual component stuff, which you can grab or not if you want.
Oh no, I will put myself at risk to gather this, because this is stuff that one needs to know.
Okay. It has been raining, so the shack isn't super flammable at this point, so that's fine. You've got time to grab them before the whole place goes up.
Do you want me to face danger?
Nah, not for that. However, both Ventusius and Eamon were stabbed with poison blades, so you need to do face danger for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, go first.
+1. That is a 5.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Mark XP.
Mark XP. Thank you.
Oh look, you've got 5. Get another move.
So how do we use adepts to maybe help? Like, no, it doesn't make sense for me to be able to help you with that, does it, particularly?
I think so.
No, they've already been stabbed. Getting the cure or something, you might be able to help, but yeah, so you both take 2 points of damage.
I've got a 5 too, and that will push me over 4 damage.
Yeah, so 2 points of damage from the poison as your body is racked with pain.
Okay.
I'm officially dying.
Me too.
Well,
I would like to scoop up whichever one of them and pull them out.
Yeah, I will assist with the other one.
Okay.
Eamon's probably the heavier one, isn't he? Yeah, I'll take Eamon. You take Ventusius.
Yeah.
Dubious.
Oh wait, I've got a 6. The die roller changed, so if anybody can help me, I could go to a 7. Sorry.
Not sure how we help you with poison, like fictionally, though. You know.
I mean, Bull could do it by, I don't know, just.
Well, I could suck the wound, couldn't I?
You could just rub the wound because you could just rub the wound. That would might be helpful enough just to get the poison out.
I know. You cut it with you take out your thing and you cut the underneath, like free out the, but like to get the blood flowing across.
Yes. So I will use my my dagger to try and do something to the wound to expunge the demon poison.
I'm just trying to think what sort of role this would be.
It's not a role; it's a help. He's just helping me.
Oh, it's just helping. Okay.
And I go to a 7, so I don't know what happens on a 7.
So is this a debt? This is a debt thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm still confused about what direction debts move in. So I currently owe you 1.
Yes.
Anyway, so does this?
And that's the one that's called in.
That's called in then.
Okay, so that reduces down to a 0 for both of us.
Yes. Exactly.
So I sort of suck out or cut out some of this poison, and it's just enough.
But that makes it 7 to 9.
Yeah. What does happen?
So,
7 to 9?
Either Bull is also poisoned, so you both take 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I think
by feeling sick,
quite good.
Or it doesn't work. So
well, I think I'll say I think it's probably narratively better that I sort of suck out the poison. So clearly I ingest some of this poison. So I start to feel a bit unwell, but I'm sort of spitting it out, but it's coated my mouth. Yes.
Okay, so I take only 1 point of damage instead of 2, and that
so you're not dying.
I have 4 damage now, but I'm not dying, right?
You need help, Ventusius.
Yeah.
He's succumbing to the poison.
Yeah.
I've got him. Do I? But maybe I don't have Ventusius's drum.
What?
Yeah, maybe in fact Blackburn scoops up Ventusius and he looks down at the drum and he just sort of nudges it into the fire.
Would this not be a good time for Ventusius to actually use his ability God Must Enjoy My Song, which will sort of make him lose his drum?
Is he still up?
I say again, sorry?
Is Ventusius still conscious, or is he
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you're not unconscious when you're dying. You're just looking into the white light.
Yep.
Once per session, when your instrument might have protected you from harm, owe your gods a debt to agree with the GM whether it absorbs one harm and survives, or absorbs all the harm and is destroyed. So what I don't know if you. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming.
Can we not retcon it and say that just on that move, your drum actually took it?
Yes. Because then I'm at disadvantage with all playbook moves until the next session, by which time I will have replaced or repaired it.
Okay. Yeah.
Narratively, it's good fun.
He
So
loses his drum.
I lose my drum.
So rather than scoop Ventusius up because he's poisoned, what happens is Blackwin grabs him by the scruff of the neck as he kneels over the broken remains of his drum and just hauls him out of the...
No!
It's for the best, Ventusius. It's for the best, my friend.
I
You
could
can
not
always
have
get
said it-
another drum.
I could not have said it better myself, but it's definitely for the best.
Oh, you're right, Blackwin. And there'll be
Alright,
no bloody
so-
beating of that for at least some time.
Alright,
While
you,
we sleep well.
The three of you are still poisoned and not feeling well, but yeah, better than being dead.
We were some way off being dead, and I was all set to invoke my my heroes in battles. Let me roll to help you recover, but never mind.
Alright.
Live to fight another day, donkey. How about
So
that, my friend?
You get out of the shack, which is on fire. It's not burning. It's not a raging inferno because of wet weather. The storm is starting to dissipate a little bit. Bull, you see a white stag with a fierce sort of glow in its eyes, sort of slowly walking down the street towards you.
Oh, it be some Celtic magic, that be. Everybody look, it's that stag again. Oh, I don't know if it's a good or a bad omen, because we've done some good. But Christ, by killing these evil creatures, were they servants of this
What?
evil stag beast, or is the stag beast a good creature? Oh,
It's white. That might mean that's good. I mean,
Blackwin, you're a worshipper of these weird arts. What do you think, Blackwin? Is it a good omen or a bad omen? I'm confused,
Blackwin
my friend.
spits on the ground when you say worshipper. and he's like, it's a deer with red eyes. Make of it what you will.
Ooh, I'm confused. Oh, I'm confused.
what's it doing?
It's just slowly walking towards the party. It sort of looks at Donkey and they nod at each other.
Okay, then that's good.
Could I look about me to
Yeah,
consider the
sure.
risk opportunities or clues?
Yeah.
And I get a 8 on that, so I will ask the GM about someone or something in the scene, and I will ask, what's the deal with this this ominous deer that's been stalking us in various distance shots kind of thing as we've been playing.
It's not charging. It doesn't appear to be hostile.
But does it? I
Is it
do
a good
know.
omen or
I
a
do
bad
know
omen?
of the old. I do know the old ways. Even if I.
Yeah, it's generally a messenger, a good omen.
Okay. It's a messenger of the gods, the old ones.
Oh, well, there'd be some powerful magic there then. As long as we haven't angered any god, it's a good day for me. I think we did the right thing here, Blackwin. I think we expunged some evil from this village.
Right, so the stag will wander up and it'll look at Blackwin, like
He not-
towards your stump, and
Yeah.
then look at the other three.
He nods at the thing and says, "Are you and yours happy with this result then?"
And it sort of nods. Who do you think Blackwin has sort of the best relationship with out of the other three?
I mean, I think that in honesty, the one that he has the most in common with, and the one that he actually has a debt with, is Eamon. just due because I think that they're the two the most similar. But I think it's Bull really that he's most fond of, kind of thing. A simple man who with simple pleasures and all of those things.
All right,
A life that he never was able to have.
Right, so the stag will run Bull through. No, I'm joking. The stag will lean down and its horns will touch your arm, and yeah, the poison starts to disappear. You start to feel better. You got a warm, fuzzy glow.
Oh, it'd definitely be good magic, this be.
And then
will you help these other two?
And as it looks at them, and then it looks at you.
I'd owe you a debt.
Well,
Blackwood engaged with the old gods.
Mm-hmm. Other than telling them that he'll kill them if they stand in between him. Yeah. So yeah.
I think it'll be a 2-point debt, so it'll do the same with the other two, and then it'll touch your stump. Now, is Blackwood more of a silver hand sort of guy or a silver spear sort of guy?
Silver hand, I think.
All right. Where your stump was, you've got a functional silver hand, a little bit stiffer than the old one. If you ever read about a Lu or Lunasta, I think it's pronounced, yes, from Celtic mythology, you've now got a silver hand.
I do not know that, but I would love if you could send me whatever you think the spelling is so I can look at it later and I can read about it, because otherwise I will be typing in God knows what, trying to find out.
It's just that. So yeah, but you owe 2 points to the old gods.
Cool, I take that. And you know what? Maybe Blackwind's because when Blackwin, the closest Blackwin ever came to finding out Adrian was alive was when an old god told him that he would never avenge his daughters, on his daughter's murderers, and then it died with that cryptic message. And I always thought that the stinger to that would have been because she's still alive. You know? So yeah, cool, awesome.
Alrighty. And then the stag sort of nods at you and then wanders off. And well, it'll nod at Donkey and then wander off.
I hope we've been blessed, Donkey. Blessed by the old gods.
Alright. So you could crash at Irinia's place if you want. It's been recently vacated.
It's also burning.
Oh, did you set it on fire? Yeah, no, not the church. Irinia's place.
No, Irinia's place, right. Yeah, we could go there.
And the villagers do owe Blackwin a debt, so we should be able to get proper.
You can rename it from Bull's Love Nest #34 to something else.
Yeah, and that will give us a chance. That will give us a chance to remove those wearied marks, and for me to treat both myself and Eamon.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to find another woman in the village.
Priorities.
Of course.
after you've got rid of that stew.
Oh yes, definitely. There ain't going to be no evil stew left in here. We'll only have good stew from now on. The women of the village will provide.
Anyway.
So Eamon, I've rolled a 12. Sorry, a 13 as it happens.
Yeah.
On a 7+, clear dying or erase one condition box.
Mm-hmm.
On 10+, clear a second condition box.
Okay, cool.
And then I can do that on myself as well. And that's a 7 to 9, so I can just clear one condition on myself.
That means that I clear wounded and wearied, right?
Yeah. Well, wearied is cleared with rest. But you don't need the
cleared too, so I've can clear that. So
amongst the notes and books you grabbed from the Evil Shrine, it's like a list of priest names in. I'm probably not going to pronounce this properly. Mercia, Lindsay, and Diera. And there's sort of notes next to them saying, this one has envy, this one has lust, this one has sloth. we'll say there's 13 priests on the list, and there was also a diary. Revilius was Lindsay's half cousin, and Revilius was getting a bit uppity in Beta's view, and knocked him out and had him taken far from home.
Oh,
The politics complicates.
Well, that's what it's supposed to do, isn't it? Right, that's all I had. Does anyone want to do any sort of epilogues or a sort of end session thing you think your characters would do?
Well, you sort of know he's in a village looking for a new woman. I think that's Bull's epitaph. We don't have to say any more on that matter. We can
fade to black.
Yeah.
Eamon, anything?
Yeah, I might try to convince Venusius to come with me. And I mean, this guy was a cousin of King Bede, right? That's family. That's he can banish him all he wants. That's family. That's a point against him. So we might use that on a political stage. And I would leave. But I mean, that's clearly more Venusius' thing than mine. I just have to do this because of my wife. But I would invite him to come with me to wherever I've wandered off from because everything got on my nerves. But now we can go back and I'm fine and everything's good because I've killed a demon priest guy, priest killer, Satanist guy. That's
two. Well, yeah, two in fact.
I killed one. I killed the skin changer and one of these other guys, but I didn't kill the other one. That was Black One. I mean, I don't know what Venusius will make of that. So.
Oh, Venusius will make it look good. And I think probably my Venusius epilogue is Menuja has taken to the hills with as the only survivor, I think, of the Lindsay royal family.
No, her brother was still alive.
Was there a brother who's still alive? Yeah,
her brother was still alive.
Yeah. And I think probably Venusius will be around in a cave in the mountains where the court of Elmet is now meeting, telling the tale of Eamon, slayer of demons, saver of people. Yeah, that's me done.
Blackwin.
Blackwin takes a horse from the village and rides north.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and that Eamon's drum, not Eamon's drum, Ventusius's drum starts up again as the titles cut, as the camera pans up to show the horizon and Blackwin heading straight north down the road towards.
Oh yeah, because I'll be playing the drum in the cave, and then we move into the fire and out to see Blackwin drive. Brilliant.
All right, that's it. Jolly good.
End of session experience, so that Blackwin can finally level up.
Addressed a challenge with cunning. I don't know. You think so?
What for me?
Yeah.
I think the cunning was rather than fight the guy. It was to burn out his mark with a torch I carried. So I'm going to say that was the cunning move because clearly he was a lot more powerful than me. He was dishing out two. As really, I was only armed with sweet FA.
You all sort of looked for clues and evidence as you were going around. You didn't just charge in and kick. The kicking the door in was after all the evidence was gathered. So yes, you all get that. Confronting a better. Ventusius
and me.
Oh, that's no way near you, my better. I definitely think
surely we're all better than Bull, apart from Donkey, and that's questionable.
Well, no, I'd say it's the other way round. Donkey is clearly better than Bull. I'm not too sure about the rest of you.
No, but Ventusius and Bull did try to attack the
did.
two Satanists, and they were trained warriors. So yes, you both get a point for that.
So that indeed does fill. So that's both my end of session moves. So yes.
Would
That's mine done.
I mark experience when I land the first blow on a dangerous foe or address a challenge with violence. I believe I did both of those.
yeah,
I don't know.
against the Kelpie.
I tried to get in your way and failed miserably. Then you failed miserably, and finally, all I did was grab his ankle, and then you landed the first blow on a dangerous foe.
Yeah, that was my take on Kelpies. I wanted to make them a bit different.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I think I still have to look up mine. What are my end of session moves? Where do I find
they're below your experience track.
Do you get one per thing, or do you just get one for either?
You get one. It's during the session, so you will have marked land a blow on a dangerous foe when you killed either the Kelpie or the other one, and you will have addressed a challenge with violence during the session. Yeah, so it's a one shot.
And just to, because it just occurs to me now, like I was looking at the debt things, and when someone does you a favor, right, like maybe putting themselves in debt to their gods to get your wounds healed, perhaps, maybe some PCs might owe Blackwin a favor for.
Yeah,
I fear they might. I
have already marked that. For my end of session moves, I didn't put myself at risk for payment. Nobody was paying me to do that. Of course not. Maybe I should get Venusius to pay me, and then he can compose songs about me. Oh, well, no, I've got other problems anyways. But I addressed the challenge with cleverness because.
Yes, I think you did. Yeah, because you're all looking for clues and evidence and stuff.
Cool. Get an XP.
Ventusius put yourself at risk.
Yes,
you attacked the.
Yeah. And I think that I did address a challenge with knowledge by invoking my, I prefer not to think of that tale, but.
Yep. No, that's legit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I must encourage people to mark those as we go along. I keep forgetting about it.
That's right. Okay. Yeah,
I cashed in my improvement to improve my soul by 1. Because I think that was quite a spiritual experience for Ventusius.
Yeah, that's fair. Yes. I mean, they weren't subtle, but when you've only got one session, you can't kind of string it out too much and make it too hard to find the evidence and stuff. And also, not every bad guy's Palpatine. Some of them aren't very subtle.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm curious though what Blackwin is going to choose as his new his new move.
Yeah, I'm almost tempted to go with like +3 Savage, but then like I'm playing in Monster of the Week with my home group, and like one of them took +3 Tough from the beginning, like the Luchador playbook, and honestly, like just never misses any moves. So like it's not as interesting, and it'll just put me back on this track of never improving ever.
I was going to say you never miss anyway.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to choose a move from another playbook, and I was looking at the what's the one that when you use a weapon to fight or protect someone, you inflict +1 harm or get an extra 10+ benefit from Warrior of God trained from youth, just like the Monster Hunter. So I think I will use that one because it's nice to have that 10+ benefit even on a miss, right? That's great. I can also copy and paste it just straight from Sabine's playbook, which is the best part of it.
Spot on then.
Any feedback, Paul? Good, bad? Needs improvement?
No, nothing needs improvement. No, it flowed really well. I mean, clearly I still struggle a little bit with temptations, but I think that played out really well, and you managed to put my character in, sidelined him a bit, and then put him in quite a dodgy situation.
Well, that was your fault, because last session you mentioned having a sort of a lady in every town. So okay,
yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
no,
work
I
that
thought
in.
that worked really well, and I really enjoyed that.
That maybe ought to go in the playbook, actually.
A woman in a person in every port,
A friend in every town.
Yeah, a friend in every town. And I'd say sort of, I did like the way Alan used his temptation move, and then we cleared it quickly, but he paid a price, so it transferred the debt. So he removed one from his god, and it sort of transferred to me. I thought that worked quite well. So yeah, very good.
Will, any feedback, good, bad, otherwise?
I liked it a lot. I enjoyed seeing. I enjoyed having another warrior here as well. That was fun, and I'm glad that Blackwin has finally crossed paths with someone who's mentioned the name Aedwin to him massively. Yeah, and I thought it was good that we fought dangerous people kind of thing who were quite deadly. I mean, Blackwin obviously has to really mess up to get hurt by anything that's not a huge monster, frankly. But definitely was good to have.
Yeah, I want to make them
fighter
different to the bandits last session. These guys are these are clearly happy to kill anything.
Yeah, and I had no idea about. I'm not even going to try pronouncing it, but the guy who has his arm restored by Jan Sek. And yeah, I think that's a great. I thought that was a great thing, and it was a good way of getting Blackwin to finally engage with gods on a less hostile footing.
Yeah, I'm just imagining lots of plots now where people are after that silver hand.
It was a friend who took it the first time.
All right, Sabine, any feedback, good, bad, otherwise?
Yeah, I liked being in the Eotenweard again. It was fun. I always enjoy seeing Bull. I loved Venusius. He's a really interesting guy, and good to know him. And I finally met Blackwin. I've heard so much about that guy, and he's he lives up to his reputation, I think. Yeah. And as to the system, I'm not convinced that the duck and dive should be a move where I owe God a favor, because the scavenger does mainly the same thing, and you don't have to pay anything for that. And also, it's something that comes up in every fight, and I always will take it, because this is not a choice that you say, oh no, today I won't do that. That's just, and duck and dive doesn't seem like this is something that God gives me. That's something I can do. That's something that I've trained for. I'm not convinced that this should be.
What I was looking for, because what's interesting when you play rather than run is that you see the economics from a different side. And what I've tried to do is to put something in every playbook now that does involve you engaging with God. And so I'll think about that, but I will want to find something in the Monster Hunter playbook that is God related, because it's the kind of always working ones that I feel don't really fly. And in the commoner's case, you're always reliable. Well, it's too easy to have +1 all the time.
Yeah, but that's
my thinking.
I like that move, and I like that it's tied to the dead of the gods. That kind of flies for me. Yeah, although your god is dead, the God helps you, is by your side. But duck and dive doesn't feel like something that's God related. That's just some
if you wanted to turn it into something maybe more powerful, perhaps, can you get, like in Monster Week, you can spend luck to not take any harm whatsoever, right? No matter how big it is. Is that something that, because I can't quite see the right place in the book at the moment, but is that a thing that you do when you invoke God as well? You can choose to not take any damage at all?
That would be more powerful, but I would like to keep the +1 armor thing, actually, because I don't have any armor.
But wouldn't that be scavenger, though? Couldn't you just change the thing from duck and dive to scavenger?
Oh, right.
So if you want to duck and dive, it's kind of like the big god move versus the. It could even be like you avoid all damage and you take a +1 to your next thing against the beast. You know, like you duck.
Yeah, that would be fantastic, and I would take that move. But I would also exchange it to scavenger with scavenger, just so I have some sort of armor.
By the way, the reason Revilius called out Aemon is because he'd heard these tales about this heroic warrior and stuff. So yeah, that's why he knew your name and that.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone ever questioned why somebody knew his name. At that point, I mean, he married a princess, right? He kind of expects that people might have heard of him at that point.
Yeah.
And now we have a storyteller in play, so we now know who's telling the stories and how Aemon. So far, it's always been, stories are. Now we know exactly where they're coming from.
Yeah, I like that. I like having that.
No, that was great. That was really good for me, Blake. Thank you. I think that getting rid of fate and simplifying that kind of debt and cost thing, whether it's applied in the right places or not, is a different question. But I think that that is forcing everyone, whether they are pagan mystics or priests or not, to at least think about engaging with the gods, which is part of what the game is supposed to do. So, so I'm pleased that seemed to me to work more smoothly. I think there's still something about how we express debts that just to make it simpler. And I don't know. I just need to think about the text around that. But no, that was great for me. Thank you very much.
Could you not just remove one column, the column of they owe you? Just
yeah, I mean, I suppose,
because clearly, if you've got people off screen, things are. You interact with your character sheet, but clearly it has an effect on somebody else's character sheet, and it's forcing them to up and down things. Maybe just one column of debt.
So maybe it's just debt +1, +3 to -3.
Yeah, because you're saying who it's to, and you've got a reason for the debt, and then just the amount of debt.
So if it's a single thing, if it's from -3 to +3, that means that you're removing the opportunity to, like, say, Aemon now owes me a debt and I owe them a debt, and they can both be used in different ways. What I would say is that to simplify it would be to get rid of you could get rid of the they owe, and you could just have you owe, so that, like, you're only keeping track of, like, what you owe people, right? I personally, maybe it's because I've played Urban Shadows, like, I don't find it. It's the same principle as in Urban Shadows owing a debt, and it's expressed the same way in Urban Shadows. But it is one of those, like, it focuses in your brain until it clicks kind of thing, and then you're like, oh yeah, kind of stuff.
The getting rid of the they owe. If there's like Danum, the settlement that still owes, I think, Aemon a debt. It's just, if that's not on the sheet, I don't know where you put it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's inevitable. I think it's inevitably complicated, like a thing that will stumble over until finally it clicks. Because, like, in Urban Shadows, like, it took me about 3 sessions to sort of wrap my head around the wording of it, and then be like, yeah, sure, I don't think Urban Shadows has a more elegant way of dealing with it, and it's the whole root of that game, basically.
I'm just going to stop the recording. Just go on.